Hi guys, and welcome to SS Cooking. My name is Nyibol Deng and welcome to the show. Now, I want to give a special thanks to Asunta Abur, Yom Chol, Adi A, and Are You For Real? I know that's not your real name, but it's written there on the comments. I know you suggested we make babusa, so we've taken that into consideration and we will be making that recipe very soon. Now, if you remember, I said that we have 4 different ways of making kombo. So I decided to do the second part 2 of how you can make kombo. So let's get started. Okay guys, now we have around 400 grams of beef, which is cut into cubes. On our last show, we used mackerel fish, but you can also use dried fish. All you have to do is make sure you wash it really well with hot water and salt. Then we have kombo, around 1 teaspoon of kombo. We won't be using all of it, but we'll do it according to taste. We have 3 tablespoons of smooth peanut butter. Once again, make sure you get the ones that are not sweet. We have around 400 grams of okra. Today we'll be using frozen, just to show you a variety instead of fresh okra. Then we have 2 teaspoons of salt. We won't be using all of it, but it's just according to your taste. And then we have 3 Maggi cubes, which are for seasoning. And we have a jug full of water, so we'll be measuring accordingly. Okay guys, so what we're going to do first thing, we're just going to put the cooker on. And then we're going to put the meat in, like so. Then we'll pour in some water, just enough to cover it, to let it cook. Then we cover it, and then we let the meat cook. Alright guys, it should be done right about now. I've left it cooking for like 30 to 40 minutes because they've cut quite small. They shouldn't take that long to cook. Also keep checking on it because sometimes it likes to bubble over when you don't have a big enough pot. And then also if that happens, you can just lift the lid off slightly and let it cook like that until the water goes down a little bit, then you can cover it again. Also, I've just been topping up the water while it's been cooking. So now what we do, we get a plate, and then we're just going to take the meat out. You don't have to switch off the cooker. Also the same thing when you're cooking dry fish, you just take the dry fish out because we only want the soup remaining. So now what we'll do, we add in the okra. And because I'm using frozen okra, it shouldn't be left to cook for that long. And then we add in just a little bit more water just to cover it. And then once again, we cover it and let it cook. Not for long, maybe like 5 minutes, around that 5-7 minutes. Okay guys, so as you can see, I lifted the lid slightly over because it was starting to bubble over. Now what we're going to do, remove the lid, reduce the heat. Then now this is the stage where you need to use the mufraka. So you just mix it like that, and it's an old school way of a blender. So what it basically does is just breaks down the okra. But since I don't have mine, I still haven't brought one because I live in an area where they don't sell. So forgive me for that. So now what we need to do, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put it in a blender. 1 pulse, that's it. You don't need to do it a lot. And then we'll take it from there. Okay guys, so it was literally like 1 pulse for each of the blending. We don't want it too much, like I said. Then we're going to add a little bit of water, maybe like half a cup of water. Then just mix it. So you can see it's still some full pieces there. It's not completely mixed, blending down. So remember, I said 1 pulse. Then now what we're doing, we're going to add around 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, like so. And if we need more, then we'll add the last tablespoon. So again, the mufraka is the best option at this point. Don't mind my spoon. So then we just mix it like that. Put the heat up a little bit. Usually I like to wait and see the peanut butter cook before I know if I need to add more or not. I think we may need to add 1 more. No, actually all of it. So we add it in like that. And as you can see, the consistency is really thick. Look at that. So we don't want that consistency. So we add like a cup of water. And then reduce the heat so that we can allow it to simmer and let the peanut butter cook. Then we just cover. Okay, so I had put the lid back on just to let it simmer and let the peanut cook for like a minute or so. It doesn't need that much time to cook. Then you should see all the peanut have dissolved. So what we're going to do now, we're going to add the Kombo. You usually put like a little water. Okay guys, I did a big mistake because the memory storage was getting full while I was filming. I then went to transfer the files onto the laptop, and in the process I deleted one of the clips. Can you imagine? Okay, the clip that I deleted was the one of pouring the Kombo. What I did, I put a little bit of water in the Kombo, then I swirled it around so that it can dissolve. Then I put half of it in, and then now that's when I let it cook, and it became very bubbly and it was still thick. And then so I added 1 cup of water to get to this consistency that we're at now. Sorry about that, it will never happen again, but I think we just have to let it go and just continue forward now. So what we're going to do, we're going to add the Maggi cubes. Then now you stir it in. Then let it cook in for a little bit. Then now before you add the salt in, I just want you to taste. To me, I feel like we need some more Kombo, so pour a little bit in. Like that. And then we're going to add maybe just a quarter of salt, because when I tasted it with the Maggi seasoning, it already had a little bit of salt in it. So for me, I don't like it too salty, so that's why I've added a quarter. But if you taste it and you feel like you need to add some more, you can still continue to do so. So we put it on low heat. I also feel like the peanut is not enough, so I'm going to add 1 more. Then we let it simmer for the peanut to now cook. Okay guys, so I did leave it to simmer Take off the lid, mix it. And then it should be, oh, can you see that? That's the consistency that we want. Then it should be ready to plate up. You can now switch it off. And then I wanted to show you something. You can see now it's really blended in, the okra, and it's because we use the blender. Usually if you use the mafraka, there'll be still some bits of the okra. It wouldn't have gone completely, and the color would have been still having that not greeny color like this, but it would still have like a I don't know, is it like a caramel? No, latte? It's like a beige kind of color. But because I use the blender, so that's why it's become like this. So now I think we can plate up. And there we have Kombo. Enjoy! Okay guys, I hope you've enjoyed cooking Kombo with us. A different way. We still have 2 other different ways to show you, but I hope you've enjoyed this show. And also don't forget to comment, to subscribe, and to like, and also suggest recipes for us to cook as well. So until next time, bye!